friends, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a card using a combination of Lawn Fawn sets. I'm using Oh Gnome, Gnome Sweet Gnome, Fairy Friends, Gleeful Gardens, Party Animal, and Bicycle Built for You. So I've got quite a combination, but that's the great thing about Lawn Fawn images is that they work so well together. So I'm going to be creating a scene card today. So I'm stamping my images out with Memento Tuxedo black ink on some Copic friendly cardstock, and I'll be coloring with my Copic markers today. To begin, I'm going to color my gnome's skin, and for that I'm using E51 and E53. There's just a little bit of area on their face and hands to color in, so I just did a little shadowing with the E53 and blend it out with the E51. I'm going to add in the E50, and then I'm going to use that same combination to color in the lower part of my mushroom house. And I'm starting with that E53 once again right up under the mushroom cap, and then blending down with that E51 and finishing with the E50. And then off camera, I'm going to go ahead and color in all the rest of the mushroom stems and a few additional images as well. For the girl gnome's hair, I'm using E23, E25, and E27. Starting with that E27 and doing a little bit of a dark shadow underneath her cap, and then blending down with the E25, and then I'll fill in all the rest with the E23. There's not a lot that shows, but this will give her just a little bit of highlights and lowlights, and then I'll color in any other images that I want to be brown. For my guy gnome's beard and mustache, I'm using W00 and W1. I want it to look white, but just to have a little bit of shading to it. I use those two markers to color in the white spots on all of my mushroom caps, and also to color in the little kitty. And now I'm bringing in W3 to add some stripe detail to her forehead, back, and tail. And to do this, I'm just doing little thin triangle shapes. For my gnome's dress, I'm using RV21, RV23, and RV25. So I'm going to leave the apron part to be colored a different color, and also the sleeves. But the over part of her dress I colored with the RV25 first, up under her shoulders and along the sides of her dress to give it a little bit of a rounded appearance, and then blended with the RV23 and finish with the RV21. Then I'm going to move on to my guy gnome's shirt or tunic, and for that I'm using BG11, BG15, and BG18. So I'm starting with the BG18 up under his arms and again along the sides of his tunic, so it'll give it that rounded shape, and then blending in with the BG15, and I'll finish with the BG11. I'll use that combination to color in a few additional images off camera just to save you guys some time. Since there were so many images on this card, it did take me quite a bit of time to create it. It was about 2 hours from start to finish. So I'm moving on to my red combo, which is R29, R39, and R59. Again, to give it that rounded shape, I'm going to add my shadows on the outer edges with the R59. Blend toward the center on both sides with the R39 and finish with the R29, and then I'll color in all of my mushroom caps with that combo as well. Next I'm using Y13 and Y17 to color in the belt buckle of my gnome and also give my flowers a little yellow center. And then I'm going to use YG03 and YG05 to color in the leaves of my flowers and also the little gift, just giving that a little bit of shading from the bottom towards the top. And then I'll trim these all out with the matching dies. I've trimmed out the grassy hill out of some green cardstock using the mushroom border die set, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment down in Noble Fur ink. I'm using a couple different combinations here to create a sentiment that says, "Happy birthday, there's gnome one like you." And that was from the new Oh Gnome stamp set. Then I'm going to grab my card base and stamp on the inside using merman ink. And again, I've pieced together a sentiment and put another little gnome and some mushrooms down at the bottom. And it says, "I have so mushroom in my heart for you." So super cute punny sentiments that go along with this new Oh Gnome stamp set. I did stamp this down quite a few times since these were brand new images and they hadn't been cleaned yet, so I wanted to get a really clear impression. Then I'm going to take that grassy hill and glue that down to a piece of pale blue cardstock, and I die cut that using the Lawn Fawn stitched Rectangle Stackables. Then I can begin to set my scene. I'm going to start with this large mushroom house since it is kind of the largest image in my scene. So I'm going to use that as kind of my anchor and then expand my scene out from that. I'm going to put my girl gnome over on the right hand side and then tuck an extra little mushroom over on her right. Then I'll grab my little trio of flowers and place that off to the left of the mushroom house as if she's planted a little garden there. And I'll add the stone pathway coming down the hill in front of the doorway of the house. So that's coming right towards that sentiment and drawing your eye toward that. Down in the front of the scene to help give it a little bit of depth, I'm going to add that wheelbarrow. So it kind of pushes the house farther into the distance to have that image come right up front. And then I'm going to have some more of the little mushrooms over on the left-hand side to just kind of frame everything up nicely and give it some balance. I'll take the little kitty image and tuck her back behind the flowers so it looks like she's prowling around in the garden back there, a little bit hidden away. And then I'll grab my guy gnome and he's going to go front and center on the left corner. So he'll be kind of pushing around that wheelbarrow. And then just to fill in that wheelbarrow a little bit more, I'm going to take that little pile of flowers and I'm going to glue that down right inside the wheelbarrow as if he's been out gathering some of the flowers, maybe for the dining room table or something. I always like to have a little story to my images. And then I'll have the little puppy kind of sitting back behind those as well, as if he's gone with his dad on an adventure and he's getting a ride back to the house. I'm going to take two little clouds using the Spring Showers die set, and I'm going to tuck the smaller one behind the mushroom house, and then the medium-sized one is going to go over on the left-hand side. And then I'm going to add a dot of glue into both of my gnome's hands so I can give the guy the little cake to hold, and then the girl is going to get the present. So it'll go along with the whole birthday theme. To add an extra pop of color and just pull everything together, I'm going to take a piece of pattern paper from the Perfectly Plaid 6x6, and I'm going to glue that down to cover the entire card front. Just making sure that I'm opening it at the correct end before I glue that down, and then I'll just smooth that into place. Then I'll grab my focal panel, and I've added some foam tape to the back of that. So I'll peel off the release papers, line that up in the center, and then press that down to secure it. I decided it was missing something in the top left corner, so I stamped and colored a butterfly from Critters at the Dog Park using the same combination as the boy gnome's shirt, and I just glued that to the larger cloud there. So that's going to finish our card for today. There's another peek at the inside and a look at all that detail. I love making scene cards. They're just my favorite. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you can also hit the little bell if you'd like to always be notified when I post a new video. If you like what you see here and you want to keep on watching, here's 2 extra videos I thought you might also enjoy. I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye.